Hey, y'all, this is Leslie. Thank you for joining me. I would like to invite you into a conversation about perhaps one of the most peculiar topics that has been on my mind recently, which is what I call pajama culture. Pajama culture is this trend that we've seen increasing in recent years, certainly since COVID, but I think it began before 2020, which is the sort of laissez-faire attitude of I'm going to wear my pajamas in public. And it started, with I'm just going to wear my pajamas to Walmart. And today is January 2nd when I'm recording this. And yesterday, a girlfriend and I went out for New Year's Day brunch to, a nice diner in a nice Dallas suburb. And I told her, I said, just you wait, half the people there are going to be in their pajamas. And lo and behold, that was true. And something that I found interesting was previously this sort of pajama culture trend. First, it was messy-bun stay-at-home moms, I think, and teenage girls, maybe girls in their 20s. But yesterday, I said, I know we're going to see a man show up in his pajamas. And here comes a guy, obviously clean-cut, otherwise professional-looking, probably mid to late 30s, wearing his pajama bottoms, flannel pajamas. And mind you, men's pajama bottoms don't have a zipper. So I was kind of wondering, how is he guarding what's underneath? Which brings me to my concern about pajama culture. It looks from the exterior, from the outside, it looks like, this sort of casual, carefree attitude of, I'm just going to wear my pajamas in public. What it really signals is I have no boundaries. I have no guard around my intimate space. And when you think of what pajamas, when you're in your pajamas, what that really represents, wearing your pajamas is generally supposed to be at home, in the bedroom, perhaps the living room or the kitchen, but your most private, most intimate space, where you feel completely safe and where you can let your guard down and be vulnerable, cozy, relaxed. So when you wear your pajamas in public, you are both inviting complete strangers into your most intimate space, and you are demonstrating that you have a complete lack of boundaries. And before this sounds all judgy, full disclosure, back in the 80s when Madonna was wearing corsets and it became a thing to kind of wear your inside clothes on your outside, I was new wave punk girl and everything, and I went to the thrift shop and I bought a pair of men's pajama bottoms, and I wore those suckers to school in high school, and I had every color hair under the sun. And so I get it, but I also know that as a teenager I had a lack of boundaries and a lack of self-respect to identify what was my personal space and to determine who I wanted to invite in and what I wanted to disclose to others in terms of being vulnerable and having that dynamic of intimacy. And so what can look like a real carefree, whatever, I'm almost too cool for school. I'm too cool to bother to get dressed. I'm just going to wear my pajamas to the diner. I'm just going to wear my pajamas to Target. What you're saying is there is no delineation between what is my intimate, private, vulnerable space for my life, my needs, my boundaries, and what the rest of the world gets to participate in. And as Christians, we're called to love others as we love ourselves. Love your neighbor as yourself. And the danger of pajama culture is that it says, I don't love myself. I don't love myself enough to have healthy boundaries. I don't love myself enough to pull myself together and present a polished, doesn't have to be, you don't have to be fancy, you don't have to be wearing your pearls to Target, but I'm going to get dressed. I'm going to put on grown-up clothes, fix my hair, and go out to be seen in public as my best self. And so when we don't love ourselves enough to want to present our best self to others and also safeguard that which is intimate to us, then we can't love others in a way that demonstrates that kind of excellence and nurturing and care and protection that we would want from other people for us. And so I just invite you, as we enter this new year, to think about the boundaries that you're setting and the message that you're sending as you present yourself to the world. We do live in a culture where people work from home, myself included, where business casual has gone from you can wear khakis and a button down, or a nice blouse and pants, no pantyhose back in the 80s and 90s, to just, the Steve Jobs black t-shirt and jeans. Cool, that's fine. But there's still a big difference between a black t-shirt and jeans and I'm going to wear my jammies out in public, or even slippers. This has kind of become a thing now, to wear slippers in public, to go shopping, to pick the kids up. I think even in the office. And so where are you going to draw a boundary for letting people into your intimate space? What are you going to safeguard? What are you going to protect? How do you value yourself and the message that you're sending to the world about your self-worth? And think, especially if you're a parent, think about the message that you are sending to your kids, to your teenagers. If you're going out in your pajamas and you're telling your 14-year-old girl, it's okay, let's go to Target in our pajamas, you're telling her, hey, everybody's allowed in your bedroom. Everybody's allowed to see you in a way that right now only your parents and siblings should see you. And then, of course, as they get older, 20, 25, yeah, let any guy see you in your pajamas. Let any guy see you in your most intimate apparel. I don't care if it's Rudolph, flannel fuzzy pajamas. It's your intimate apparel meant for an intimate space that should be protected, because you have infinite value. You are precious. You are worth protecting. And if you don't protect yourself, then you can't love and protect others. And you can't truly know where the safeguards are to invite people in to intimate relationship, whether that's friendship or in a business context or in a romantic relationship. So that's something for you to reflect on today. I hope that encouraged you. God bless.